Frugal, and welcome to this edition of Frugal Living Challenge 25, hosted by me, the Hillbilly Chicken Ranch. This is a year-long open collaboration, so if you'd like to join in, just use the hashtag and tag me so that I can get you into the playlist. Cheap or frugal, and some thrifty fun. Now, this week's thrifty fun didn't cost us a dime. It was gifted to us. So I'm going to show those items to you in a moment. But I wanted to talk about quantity or quality, and being cheap or being frugal. Do you steal things to use at home, or do you make do yourself? So one of the things that I was looking at was, those little individual packets like ketchup and barbecue sauce and mustard and mayonnaise and things that you can get at fast food restaurants. Would you grab extra and take them home to use at home instead of going out and buying a bottle of ketchup, mustard, and mayonnaise, etc., etc.? Now, we get them thrown in the packages when we do purchase outside the home, and we occasionally go to fast food restaurants, and yes, we will use them at home if they're in the package. That's not stealing. But stealing is when you go in there and you just grab a handful of it and you throw it into a bag or pocket. So we try to make do ourselves, and we are trying to work very hard to become self-sufficient. And you're going to find me using some words here that I think will help you understand what I'm talking about. So, ways I am frugal, and frugal is not being cheap and buying the cheapest thing out there that you can find. Frugal is buying quality when you can and still being frugal when you need to be. So, one of the ways that we are frugal is we use cloth napkins more than we use paper towels. Paper towels are getting quite expensive, and they're made out of trees, folks. We need our trees. So we want to cut down on our paper waste, and I can wash and dry my cloth napkins and reuse them over and over again, which is very frugal and very thrifty and very stylish. So you can use different napkins and set a mood on your dining room table. I have a basket full of thrifted napkins that I have picked up over the years that I use for many, many things, including covering my jars to keep the dust off. I don't follow the trends of fashion. What do I mean by that? I don't go out and change my closet out to fit the newest trend for each season of the year. I would be wasting thousands and thousands of dollars doing that. I choose to buy thrifted clothing, and I do buy shoes, pants, blouses, dresses, coats, things like that. I don't buy undergarments, except for maybe a slip or something that has not been, that personal to somebody. And I buy my socks new. I buy my bras and underwear all new. And I try to buy a quality garment that will last me a while. I don't look at the label so much as how the item fits. And I want items to fit me where I'm comfortable in them and not having them skin tight. So I wear loose clothing for the most part. I use old items that I've thrifted, literally, including the clothing. And y'all, we bought these shelves here. They were discounted. They were on a clearance a couple of years ago, and they've kind of just been sitting around. So we bought those dirt cheap. I mean, literally dirt cheap. And we knew that we would eventually use them. We've got these kind of crates in our laundry room, and I've got them in my craft room. Now I have them in my living room as a floating shelf. You can't put heavy things on them, but you can put some weight on them. And then I have repurposed a bookshelf that held my cookbooks for all of our DVDs recently in a video. And I really downsized this area because we're putting in a secondary heat source very soon. So that's just one of the many thrifted items that we have in our house. The artwork back here was actually gifted to me. This metal frame, I picked up the wreath at a thrift store and added it to that. So everything, just about everything in our house is thrifted or gifted to us. We do buy a few things full price, and I'll tell you about that in a little bit. We do lower our thermostat in the wintertime and raise it in the summer months. If I could go without air conditioning and heat, I would do it. But I have autoimmune diseases, and unfortunately it affects me both hot and cold. And so I have to have the heat sources available. We also wear layered clothing. Today I have on a little undershirt under this blouse to help hold in the body heat. So I do layer clothing in the wintertime. We turn off lights. We don't use lights during the day unless it is really cloudy and dark outside. And at night we try to keep it down to a minimum. We have a light over our stove that we'll use while we're going back and forth to the kitchen and doing things. And then we have table lamps that we use in our living room. And when I leave a room, I always turn off those lights because that's going to save you some money on your utility bill. We canceled unnecessary services like cable. I don't know about y'all, but I can live without my cable. We actually have antenna on our house that we purchased, and it rotates and it will pick up different channels, and we get free TV that way, so we're not paying anything for cable. We do have a Roku box. I do not have any services other than Amazon Prime because I like Amazon Prime because I get free shipping. And Amazon Prime has actually given me a discount because of my age, because I'm a senior citizen. So that was a nice savings for us. And we can go to the Roku and we can watch videos or movies or documents or how-tos when we need them. So it really comes in handy. I don't do a lot of TV. My husband is more the TV person, but we do have lots and lots of videos here in case we ever lose our TV and we can't use it. We have all these DVDs that we have collected over the years, and most of them are thrifted. So we recently paid $1 to $2 a piece for this section here. And they're all new and in the cellophane wrapper. And we got them dirt cheap. I mean, dirt cheap, but they're quality movies that we can watch and something that we'll enjoy. So that is something entertainment-wise that we would do. We shop around for the best car insurance price, internet service, and cell phone services. A few years ago, we were using that 3-letter company that had internet service and your cell phone all in a bundle with your home phone. And I don't know how many people have home phones anymore. Most of us don't. But it was over $200 a month. And so I shopped around, and our internet service is about $80 because I upped the tier because I'm a YouTuber. And our cell phone service for both of us is about $80, so $160 versus $200, and it was going up. I think it was up to about $250 with that 3-letter company. So we're really saving some money there. We also prepay our utilities. Not all utility companies do this, but our utility company allows us to prepay our utilities, which means that we get our propane at a cheaper rate. We get our electricity at a cheaper rate. And our water is free because we have well water. We got rid of our debt and helped our credit ratings. And the way that we got rid of our debt was uh, contacting all of your credit bureaus and getting them to send you your credit reports, and then going through and calling those companies and negotiating a lower price and making a payment arrangement and paying those debts down. That's number one. Number two was having enough money in the bank that you could do a self loan. That really helped our credit. Um, you can go to your bank and tell them you want to do a self loan, and they'll set it up for you, and then you just pay that money back. It's still in the bank, but you're paying it back like you're paying a loan, and it goes to your credit report as a not it's doesn't tell you what it was for, but it's a way to build your credit. If you're somebody out there struggling to get your credit back on track, that's the way to do it. You can go to your bank and talk to them about this. They will help you. A lot of times they will help you figure out how to get your debts down and do it without having to go to bankruptcy court. We've done bankruptcy court in the past, and I can tell you it's harsh. Learn to write down what you're spending. That is another way to know where your money's going. So get you a little notebook and take it with you. And every time you make a purchase, write it down in there. Or write a brief note as to what it was for. Gas, groceries, personal items, whatever, categorize it. And then take a good look at it at the end of the month and see where your money has gone. I will go deeper into some of these as this year comes around, but I just wanted to touch on those. We don't use credit cards. We pay in cash. In God we trust. All others pay cash. So we pay cash. We don't use credit cards. Credit cards will build up debt in a heartbeat. It's real easy to pull up that little plastic card, and it's real hard to let go of that money to pay that credit card off. And so your best bet is to pay cash, and that's why I don't want a cashless society, because we believe, like the Amish do, you pay cash for everything. We pay money for quality. In other words, if it's something that we need, we cannot find it at a lower price, what we're looking for, we're going to pay for the quality. And I'll get into that a little bit more towards the end of this. We think before we buy. My husband and I will both think about making purchases. We'll talk about it a little bit. And we don't stress over items that we might be needing. We got to buy it right now. Or it's on sale right now. We got to get it right now. We don't have that mentality. We take our time on our purchases. We donate or sell the excess things that we don't need, and that is a lifelong thing that I have learned, is to get rid of. Go through your home every quarter and look at what you have. Are you using that item? Do you really need that item? Or can you donate it, or can you sell it? Items that we have purchased that we purchased a high-end washing machine last year or the year before last, I can't remember. We paid quite a bit of money for it because we noticed that every 2 years we were having to replace the washing machine. And the same thing with the stove. The stove will last maybe 2 or 3 years, and then you have to go buy a new stove because it just will not work anymore. You can change out the elements, you can do everything, and it's not working. So we make sure that we have quality washers, dryers, and our dishwasher is actually a used dishwasher that was gifted to us. But if we have to replace it, it's going to be with a quality brand branded dishwasher that's going to last the rest of my lifetime. So I fill my washing machine, my dishwasher, and my dryer for economical reasons. It costs less for me to do one load than it would cost me to do 2 loads. So I'm going to fill it up as much as I possibly can without losing the ability to get things clean. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to overcrowd it, but I am going to put the clothes in there or the dishes. We love items that are gifted, and we don't have to get brand name items. And I'm going to show you some that were gifted to me right now. We're going to stop right there, and I'm going to mark my little card that I've got pulled out. My friend is up in age, and she's going through her pantry, and she pulled out some items that she thought I could use, and she told me if you can't use it, you can donate it or you can sell it. So these are beautiful vintage. This one has buttercups. I know the lighting's bad, but these are buttercups up here. Beautiful flowers in the center. And this is a Crown Potteries company made in the USA. And we know this is a vintage piece, and I love vintage. Y'all know that. And I love the fact that it's made in the USA, and we could be making these again here if we wanted to. I'm going to set things over here. I'm going to have to move them back. She also, I'm going to take the lid off the top of it because it has her name on it. But these are Pyrex bowls. Get the lid off the other one. So these are Pyrex, and this is a smaller bowl. And it is a beautiful Pyrex bowl. These are not as old as the ones with the capital letters, I don't think. But I got 2 sizes of these. And this is something I definitely use in my house. So I'm just going to set those there. And you can use these for cooking. They are made in the USA. The cover can go into the refrigerator, the freezer, and the microwave. Do not cover in conventional oven, and dishwasher top rack only for the lids. So I appreciate those. And she's such a sweet friend. She's the one that I got the beautiful antique China doll from. I love this. Sweetest pie. It is a pie dish, and I love it. It's almost a display piece, I would say. And I may be displaying this in some of my future videos. You may see it out on the counter being displayed. She also gave me a couple of plates. Now, one of these plates is not like the other. One of these plates is made in China. I'll still use them. This plate here is made in the USA. And this plate is made in China. This is older. So I would say this was probably safer to use than some of the newer stuff coming over from China. But these are really nice, just plain everyday white plates. Reminds me of the Amish. When a Amish girl is going to get married, her mother will take her out, and they will buy plain dishes. They will buy 2 plates, 2 forks, 2 knives, 2 spoons, some kitchenware, cookware, 2 glasses, 2 coffee mugs, a coffee stovetop coffee maker, things like that for the couple. And as the couple grows, they add to their dinnerware and their kitchen utensils. And it's really frugal of them to do that. So I thought that was interesting, and I wanted to share that with you. I know this is going to be a long video, y'all. I do apologize because I got so much I want to tell you about. She also gave me this really cute little vase, and that is definitely vintage. I would say that's 40s to the 60s. It's got the gold rim on it. It's just really cute. And this little dish is definitely vintage. Probably came out of oatmeal. This would be an ashtray because it's got a spot here for the ashtray, but it can be used for other things. It can be used to put your cup on if you want to set it out on your table and put a cup on it. It's really cute. Get these tissues out of the way. I'll save that one for last. And then she gave me this. It is a beautiful vintage bread pan. I would say that's a loaf pan. It is made by Fire King. I don't know if y'all can see that label. There it is. Fire King. And I love loaf pans. This would be great for a meatloaf or something like that. And this is a vintage sugar bowl. And it's light pink. I know it doesn't look pink in the video, but it is light pink. And the inside of it is light pink as well. And it's got grapes on it. It's just really, really pretty. So really nice items that she pulled out of her pantry, out of her kitchen for me. And I will remember her because of these items. It just means the world to me when somebody thinks of me and gives me something like these items. And so they're going to be put away. I've got places already picked out to store these. And any of my stuff that I want to get rid of can now either be gifted or it can be sold. So there you go. That's the thrifty fun of this. Grocery stores are only for items that we run out of. We don't go there, and we don't shop in retail grocery stores. We don't shop weekly. We shop monthly, and we use the discount grocery store as much as possible. And we shop the Amish farm stands in the summertime, and some in the winter months. We'll go pick up canned goods and stuff there. I'd rather pay $4 for a can of their jelly than I would for a store-bought brand that has a bunch of garbage in it that you don't need. We stockpile long-term foods like beans, rice, pasta, and dry goods. There's a lot of videos on that. We use our own skills instead of hiring help. We did have to get my son-in-law over here to put a roof on the house because he has that skill, and we had a little bit of extra cash that we could pay him to do that. But if we can do it ourselves, we're going to do it ourselves. We keep up the maintenance on our vehicle because we only have the one, and we have to have transportation. We take short showers. Years ago, we had them come in and winterize our home. And one of the things we got in the box from the TVA was a little shower thing that you put in there to tell you how long your shower was lasting. We eat at home most of the time. We try not to eat out except maybe on the weekends because we're out and about, so we will stop and get something to eat. We look for free events for entertainment. We pay premium for organic meats from our local ranchers, or we butcher our own. We pay premium for quality washer, dryer, dishwasher, appliances, and some furniture. We had to replace my husband's chair because we had been gifted a chair and it had bed bugs. And we didn't know it when we brought it in, and the people that had it didn't know it. We think it came from the store. They hadn't had it that long, and we think that the furniture store had it. Somebody had sat in it and had bed bugs, and they spread. So we bought this chair new. We got a good deal for it. It was a floor model. We actually got a discount on it because it was a floor model. We checked this thing over before we left the store. We pay premium for quality. I already said that. We buy used furniture in good condition also. I will buy used kitchen chairs and things like that if we need them. And so we do buy some furniture pieces used. We discuss major purchases together, and we shop around first. We try to find what is needed, but it is in good shape. like on our hen houses, we made it from using dog kennels that we purchased, used and got them for a real discount. And we used reused roofing as well. My husband picked that up. So virtually everything out there except for the wood beams and the chicken coops is free or almost free. The wood beams, and we paid for the um, clear plastic tarps that we put around our coop, and we paid for the extra uh, hardwire, hardwiring, hardware mesh. I couldn't think of the word to put around our coops to protect our chickens. We look at free items and see if we can use them. So we'll check out, these recycled websites, and if there's a free item in our area that we can use and repurpose, then we will go pick it up if it's available. We do accept hand-me-downs, or we give them. So clothing, these items here were gifted to us. That would be considered a hand-me-down. And with all of these things, we are taking our savings off items that we're not paying full price for, and we're putting that money back for rainy day expenses. I want to thank everybody for watching, and I hope that I gave you some ideas about what this collaboration is all about. I hope that if you're a channel out there, that you will jump on board and tell us some of your thrifty, frugal living ways that you do. I'm going to do this all year long, so there's going to be a lot of videos coming out, folks. And you can go back and look through my videos and my playlist and find all kinds of frugal things that I have done over the years. We've been on here for 3 years. I did the video last Friday on our 3rd-year anniversary. If you missed it, go check it out. Thank you, my friends, for watching, and may you be fully blessed.